Hey everybody, it is Wintermute, and so I played Monopoly the other day. Now, I went into playing Monopoly. Now, I've played Monopoly before, way back. Didn't really like it then either, but it was a ubiquitous game. When I was a kid, and it gets a lot of hate from the board gaming community. Now, for Christmas, one of the things I got my daughter was a Johto Region edition for Pokemon Monopoly. If nothing else, I figured, it's a collector's item that she'll just love to have because it's Monopoly. She loves, sorry, it's Pokemon because she loves her Pokemon. But I told myself, you know what? When she wants to play it, I'll give it a very sincere try and give it a fair shake, and then kind of see if some of the hate that Monopoly gets within the board gaming community is really deserved. So we played it the other day, and to kind of sum up, I'll start kind of at the how it ended and kind of work back from there. It does, and that's really unfortunate. Now, I know a lot of people in the past have told me, Monopoly's fine, but people play with all those crazy house rules that screw it all up. And I'm kind of like, okay, all right, that's fair. We're going to play by the book, by the rules. We're going to give it a very fair shake. I even went online and double checked some of the auction rules weren't really well defined in the rule book. This particular edition was very poorly designed. That's a different thing. But it was very difficult to read the rules because of the font they used and the shading in the back, the back shading, and the art style was very strange, and it didn't really explain certain aspects of the game very well. So I had to go online to double check, which is already a bad sign. But so okay, make sure we're playing it right, and we played it right. And at one point, I look at my son. And I go, hey, Thane, do you want to just call it here and say Arya's winning? He goes, yeah, I do. I'm not really having fun with this. I'm like, yeah, me either. He goes, I just really wanted to keep playing because Arya was having so much fun with it. I'm like, I understand that, bud. That's good. That's good to hear. But we both know she's going to win. We have no way of coming back. There's no comeback mechanic in that game. So I think we can go ahead and call it rather than keep at this for another half hour. A half hour, at least, would be my guess. And that kind of sums it up. That sums up the biggest problem with the game. Is, there's a lot of people are familiar with a lot of the other problems with Monopoly. It's just so random. It's so random. You can't. It's even difficult to hedge your bets. I like push your luck games, but there's no such thing as push your luck. You just roll the dice and whatever happens, happens. Just whatever happens, happens. That's kind of what it is. But more so, there's a certain point where the person who's winning and is clearly going to win because there's nothing you can do to stop that. It takes them like another 20 minutes to win the game. And so that's 20 minutes for you guys to just have nothing to do. There's no fun. So unfortunately, I feel bad having to say Monopoly deserves a lot of the hate that it gets amongst the board gaming community. I'm definitely going to look into some alternative Monopoly style games that actually are highly rated and things like that, and get those for my kids. You could slap Pokemon on a pencil. My daughter's going to be thrilled to get it. So. At the very least, she can take it, box it up, put it on the shelf. She can take those pewter miniatures of Pikachu and whatnot, and put them on display. There's a lot to do there. You can just put it away and sit on it for a little bit. It's kind of like or put it up in a wall on a shelf or something because it could look cool. But Monopoly itself, I have zero desire to play again. My son said the same thing after the game. He goes, I don't know that I want to play that again, Dad. I know, and that's a shame. You shouldn't walk away from a game feeling that way. So, yeah, that's kind of my verdict at this point when it comes to Monopoly after giving it another honest-to-God fair shot. So, yeah, Monopoly does deserve most of the disdain amongst the board gaming community. And I hate to say that, but that's the truth. So, I guess you can call this kind of a updated review of Monopoly. and whether I feel or not it deserves some of the hate it gets. But yeah, so that was kind of the end result of that game. So this is Wintermute signing off. Let me know if you think that maybe I'm missing something that makes the game work better. But for right now, Wintermute signing off. Happy gaming.